What's up, everybody? I hope everybody is having a fantastic weekend. This is For Verts, where we talk NFL and college football. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. My name is Harrison Graham, and on today's show, we're going to take a look at 5 players that I believe deserve to receive a contract extension immediately. I want to hear from you guys, though. Who's your favorite NFL team? Who's representing down in the comments section below? Want to get a feel for which fan bases are watching this show and which fan bases are watching this channel. So if you want to let us know in the comments below, I would greatly appreciate it. Okay, Lamar Jackson. There's been some reports that he could be next in line to get an extension. They just got Rashad Bateman done, the receiver. Josh Allen, like Lamar, who had several years left in his deal, basically redid his deal so Lamar could be in line to do the same thing. And, you know, it's crazy how quick the QB market changes, right? I mean, you look up, you're like, wow, he's making less per year than Brock Purdy, Jared Goff, Tua, Trevor Lawrence. Like, he's going to get a new deal. Now, Josh Allen took kind of a team-friendly $55 a year. We'll see if Lamar tops that. Will he top Dak Prescott, or are teams kind of looking at that as just an outlier contract? Who knows? He certainly would have the argument to reset $60+ million, but the guaranteed money is what matters the most, and I would imagine he's going to get a lot guaranteed, as he is obviously the focal point of the Baltimore Ravens. Okay, speaking of Dallas, Micah Parsons, I think, has got a shot to reset the non-quarterback market. We've seen that happen twice this offseason, as Myles Garrett briefly, and then Jamar Chase now became the highest paid non-QBs in NFL history. This is on a per-year basis. Garrett at $40 million per year, Chase at $40.25. Got a few other guys at $35+ as well. Justin Jefferson, Max Crosby, and Danielle Hunter. Micah Parsons is only 25 years old. So, you know, in one season today, would I take Myles Garrett over him? Probably. Garrett's a more well-rounded player. He's a better run defender than Micah Parsons, but Micah Parsons is 4 years younger. So if you're Jerry Jones in Dallas, I think you got to be prepared to potentially reset the market, or at least pretty close, right? I mean, I think the floor would probably be like $38 million per year. Would he take a slight discount? Maybe, especially if it was a fully guaranteed deal. But he is going to get a lot of money. The way Dallas operates is usually these deals don't get done until closer to week 1. So I would imagine this is a training camp type of deal. Okay, TJ Watt, they operate the same way. He probably won't get a deal until training camp, but he's looking for a new contract. He kind of put out a cryptic IG post a couple months ago where he was throwing up the deuces, jogging off the field. He's got a lot of leverage here. There's a lot of advanced analytics that suggest when he's healthy and on the field, they win a lot more games. Like he impacts winning and losing probably more than any non-QB has the last several years, because the Steelers' offense has been a joke. And they've still found a way to win 9-10 games. And I think TJ Watt's presence has been a big reason for that. He's got 30 sacks over the past 2 years. A few years ago, he had 22.5. He is a dynamic player. Now, he's going to be 31 soon, but if you're Pittsburgh, it's kind of like you're still trying to compete. Sounds like they're going to end up getting Aaron Rodgers. You can't kick TJ Watt out the door. I mean, you just don't have a choice. So he is going to get a new deal. Is he going to top Myles Garrett? I don't know. They've been compared a lot in their careers. Same division. They've both been competing for DPOYs. So he would certainly have an argument. He's a little bit older, but a year and a half older. So does that hinder his ability to reset the market as well? Who knows? Does he get a deal before Micah does? If I'm one of these teams, I would try to get my player done first, because whoever doesn't go first, the other guy is probably going to top that player. So that's just kind of how this thing plays out. If you had to guess, who do you think gets more money? Type MP for Micah Parsons, TJ for TJ Watt. Total money might be Micah because he's younger. He might get 4 or 5 year deal. Maybe TJ only gets a 3 or 4. We'll have to wait and see. But MP for Parsons, TJ for TJ Watt. Give your thoughts down in the comments below. Another edge rusher who's been in the headlines all offseason long is Trey Hendrickson with the Cincinnati Bengals. He remains unhappy as he awaits a new deal, is not participating in the offseason program at all. There's been a report out there that they've offered him $28 million per year. As of now, he's set to only make $16 million in 2025. He's not in the same tier of a TJ Watt, a Micah Parsons, a Myles Garrett, so I don't think he would really have a strong argument to reset the market. But 16 million, I mean, is just a joke. He should double that, if we're being honest. Like, I think somewhere between 30 and 35, depending on the amount of years. If he gets a new 4-year deal, it's probably more like 30 to 32. If it's a 2-year extension, I could see him wanting like 2 for 70, 2 for 72, something like that, because he's been the sack king the last few years. Now, he's not as well-rounded. He's an average to above-average run defender. He's 30 years old. And again, I don't think he's a TJ Watt. I don't think he's a Myles Garrett. But a player who I've comped him a lot to, excellent pass rusher, average run defender, Danielle Hunter got a $35.6 million 1-year extension. Now, it's 1 year, so it's a bit of a outlier. I think Houston probably overpaid for that 1 year, which I don't mind. Like, I'd probably rather give Hunter 1 year for 35, 36 than like 3 for 100. So I get why they did that. But I don't think Hendrickson's going to get 35 or 36 per year on a 3 or 4 year deal, right? So I think if he wants a 3 or 4 year deal, you're probably looking more at like 32. And I think he's certainly worth that. He's not quite Nick Bosa either, but in the end, I think he's going to get traded. And I think a different team is going to be the team that ends up paying him because it's been well documented. We've discussed it. Historically, Cincinnati doesn't hand out huge contracts, and they certainly don't do 3 in the same offseason. They already did Jamar Chase and T. Higgins at the same time a month and a half ago. So I'd be surprised if this ended up working out in Cincinnati. I think he gets dealt probably between the start of training camp and week 1, and we'll see where it goes. But someone will pay him because he is a premier pass rusher. Promise you this, if a big trade happens, we'll break it down here on 4 Verts. So hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications. We are 100% free. Give us a shot. Subscribe, and hey, set an alarm a week from now. If you're not a fan of the channel, you can always unsubscribe, but give us a chance. We don't charge a dime. Okay, lastly, Terry McLaurin has entered the fray here as Jordan Schultz reported on Thursday that he is unhappy with the lack of extension talks, so much so that he actually left voluntary workouts. Here was the note from Schultz saying that he's made it clear to the team that he's frustrated with the lack of progress on a long-term deal. McLaurin left unexpectedly voluntary workouts, mandatory minicamps next week, so we'll see if he's there for that. Final year of his contract talks have been minimal. And, he's making in the low 20s and, not a horrible contract on the last year of his deal, but he's 29, turns 30 in September. He kind of knows, like, this is my last time to cash in. And I actually think he has a lot of leverage here because that wide receiver room just isn't that good. Deebo Samuel is a secondary option. Complimentary piece is fine. If you ask him to be your number 1 receiver, you're in big trouble. Noah Brown, Luke McCaffrey, I don't think so. Like, this is not – this, if Cincinnati wanted to play hardball with T. Higgins, if there wasn't like the pack deal, which him and Chase ended up making, let's say in a hypothetical world that didn't exist, they could have done that a little bit because they're like, well, we already have Jamar Chase, so like we don't have to just bend the knee to T. Higgins. There's no other guy in Washington. It's McLaurin and then a bunch of kind of role players. So he's got the leverage. Washington's coming off a big year. They've got Jaden on this rookie deal. Like, the time to win is now, and he's by far their best playmaker offensively. So I think that deal ends up getting done. He'll probably make somewhere between 28 on the low end, 32 on the high end, somewhere in that range. Does he get the Brandon Ayuk deal? I think he's better and certainly more reliable than Brandon Ayuk, even though he is a couple years older. So definitely interested to see what happens there. But I do feel confident that that deal does happen because Washington just simply can't afford to lose him with the momentum they have as a franchise right now. Okay, appreciate everybody for tuning into this show. If you made it to the end of the video, that makes you a real one. Hit that subscribe button. You won't be disappointed. And we'll see you guys soon.